Hello all you digital board game loving cosmonauts, as always I am Cosmic, and today we're going to be taking a review look at Antihero, which is a new turn-based strategy / digital board game brought to you by Team Cockling and published by Versus Evil. Now it's a game that is very much in the style of a digital board game, although it has elements of traditional turn-based strategy elements, and it mixes them to create something that I certainly find appealing, and I imagine many people will too. The game centers itself on its premise around the idea of it is merry old England in the olden times, as they say, and the idea is you run a thieves guild, and the thieves guild in the Victorian era, your idea is to basically win victory points by blackmailing, stealing, and of course assassinating your way to power. Now any given matchup, whether it be a single player campaign match or a multiplayer online match, will consist around the idea of acquiring gold and lanterns. These are your two main resources for any given time. These resources can be spent on hiring units and researching upgrades that will allow you access to various bonuses, including more units, upgrades to your main thief, which is called your master thief in the game, and of course giving you various bonuses to resource collection. So once you start any given match, you are given access to your master thief, who will have 3 action points, and you are given access to your thieves guild. Your thieves guild is the place where your master thief will return at the end of the turn, and the place where you can research and purchase upgrades. Now you use your master thief to scout the area within the map, and once a place is scouted you can then burgle it. If it is a major location like a lantern production facility or a bank, you are able to hire urchins, which are basically street urchins like orphans. You recruit them into your guild and then they will infiltrate a building to take it over. Once you have 3 urchins within any given building, that building will level up and it will provide various bonuses, such as a bank. If you have 3 urchins in a bank, that bank will level up, and instead of producing 1 gold per turn for your faction, it will instead produce 3. Each turn, as you burgle more facilities and accrue more resources, you're able to unlock and research upgrades. These upgrades range from hiring different types of units, such as the thug and the gang. Now the gang itself is a really interesting unit that once it is destroyed another unit, so for example a gang can take out a thug unit. Once it's done that, it will actually be able to be upgraded, so you can give them more health, you can give them more damage, you can give them more gold upon kill, or you can give them an increase to eviction, which means they can go to a building that has enemy urchins in and kick them all out. There are other units such as truancy officer, assassin. Assassin is particularly useful because especially if you face an opponent that is pretty good at building up their units, especially the gang unit, so maybe the gang unit has a lot of health, assassins are able to insta-kill pretty much any unit. But the question is, how do you win any given matchup? Well, that's very simple. You have to acquire victory points. And victory points, there's a variety of victory points, and you can acquire any combination to win any given game. So, for example, one matchup may require you to obtain 6 victory points, and you can do that in a multitude of ways. Churches, for example, offer gold per turn. However, if you get 3 urchins into a church, you are able to acquire a blackmail victory point. If you kill one of the NPCs which have assassination targets on them, you are acquired a assassination victory point. If you purchase the bribe victory point via the research upgrade facility with a certain number of lanterns, that will give you a victory point, and so on and so forth. And the idea is to get more victory points and quicker than your opponent. And it's a very simple premise, but in practice it is a combination of real strategy and trying to build up your forces, build up your resources, but at the same time stop the enemy from getting theirs, and they will actively try and stop you. So the enemy will have access to all the units you have access to. They will be able to go around kicking out your urchins from a church. So for example, if you have a upgraded church and then suddenly an enemy truant officer comes, and that means you will lose a victory point because they will kick all the urchins out of that church. And it's back and forth, and it's about tactical gameplay and the mesh of not only its core mechanics, but the way it executes those core mechanics works very well, and it does it with a certain style and finesse that makes the blend of traditional turn-based strategy and the digital board game just combines it so well, effortlessly, and makes it so addictive and fun to play. What's nice about the multiplayer aspect is that there are two types of multiplayer matchups. You have live matches whereby you playing in real time against an opponent, which lasts anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes, and it's a very enjoyable session. Or you can have casual matches. Now, casual matches almost work like online chess games, whereby you'll take a turn and then your opponent doesn't have to be online. They will be emailed, and then they can come online at any other time, take their turn, and so on and so forth. And those can last a long time, and it can be a nice way to, you know, have matchups without having to be consistently online with other people. And it's a nice way to play a game if you are in time constraints in particular. So maybe you don't have 30 minutes to burn on playing the digital board game, but you want to take a turn maybe once every 6 hours, and you have time to just log in, do your turn and log off. It's a really nice option that I found somewhat refreshing, and wished that a lot of other games did the same thing. The last thing I wanted to touch on is, of course, the wonderful art style and the sound. The overall aesthetic of the game is fantastic. It really just looks, the hand-drawn cartoon aesthetic just is fantastic. It gives off a great atmosphere. The sound, the music, and of course the limited voice acting all combined together to create a really nice dark Victorian era style and ambience. And I have to say that Antihero, as digital board games go, is probably the most fun and most interesting that I have played over the past 3 years, and there have been several board games in that style. I have to say that if you are looking for a digital board game to go out and purchase and go out and buy and play with friends, and the campaign is not too bad either, and it provides some really unique challenges for the single player, it's definitely worth picking up. I think for $15 it is just an absolute steal. Well worth the full price tag, well worth looking into, and if you can't afford the $15 price tag, definitely keep it in mind for the next sale, because you will not regret it. And that is my review of Antihero. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. If you enjoyed the video, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, share on social media, and as always, I will see you next time.